It's too bad it doesn't start at the sea itself, but yeah. Cool. There is a sticker there that says SDTCT.
SDTCT?
The San Diego Trans-Country Trail. Cool, man. All right. Well, thank you, Katie. Thank you, Chapo. I appreciate the ride.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, since I started backpacking, I dove right into the deep end of the ultralight world. I more or less started out with a tarp, a really tiny backpack, an extremely thin foam pad. I did this for a few reasons, one of which was I never really had anyone else to backpack with. There was no need for the fun luxuries that one might want to carry if you're hiking with friends. I also did this because it was fun to see how little I could go with, how little I could be comfortable with. It was fun to learn all these new skills and techniques to make such a minimal and extreme kit work, and to be happy with such a thing. My last reason was that the people that inspired me the most early on were the ones that went very light, very low impact, and very fast. Still to this day, those are the people that inspire me the most. Now, about 8 years later, and somewhere around 13 to 14,000 miles of through hiking later, I've never really changed my gear at all. All of those core items are still the same. Each year I'd maybe swap one thing out for another, but overall the differences between the gear I used on the Appalachian Trail in the 2016 is the same gear that I used on the Pacific Crest Trail in 2022. And the same goes for just about every hike I've done in between. So now I'm changing it up. I'm trying just about new everything and drastically different everything. From foam pad to inflatable, from tarp to tent. And I'm doing what I would recommend anyone to do when trying new things. I'm going out on a shorter trail to test this stuff out before I ever get close to a longer trail. Ideally, I would be testing this stuff somewhere close to home, but because I live out of a van and I don't have a home, the best I can do is just a shorter, easier hike for me to make sure everything is working and that everything feels good, that I know how to use everything, and just see what my thoughts are, see what I change for the next one. So I've been spending the winter down around Los Angeles and San Diego, and there's a little trail around here called the San Diego Trans-County Trail. The SDTCT starts around the Salton Sea, and it hikes all the way west 165 miles to the Pacific Ocean across San Diego County. I don't know much about this hike, but I know that 165 miles sounds like a great distance for me to test some stuff out. The trail seems to cross many roads should I need to bail for any reason. And I guess the beauty of this one is that you can hike it in the dead of winter. December, January, and February are the recommended times to be out here. I don't know what I was expecting with this hike exactly. This hike certainly isn't the easiest, but the majority of the problems come with logistics and planning. The maps aren't easy to find. The situation with water is unknown in many cases, and you must cache your own. And as for the trail itself, it's mostly following the California Hiking and Riding Trail, which in many places is not much of a trail at all. The majority of this hike, I'm just walking dirt roads. I think it was a really fun thing to kind of get my year started, get my body moving, and get outside to see some new things. Right around the halfway mark of this trail, you cross the PCT, and given that you're traveling perpendicular to the Pacific Crest, it's fun to see all the areas surrounding such a famous and well-known and well-regarded trail. To see the mountains and the washes and canyons and badlands off to the east of the PCT was probably my favorite experience from this hike. Spending time in a place such as the Anza Borrego Desert was also very, very incredible. I guess above all, the most appealing part of this trip and the most appealing part of this trail is how close it is to San Diego or Los Angeles, two very large metropolises. And yet you can drive from San Diego out into the mountains and into some very unpopulated areas in about 30 minutes to an hour. There's places like this all over that area. I think it's really cool that people from those cities can just come out here and explore and hike and adventure and have fun so close to home. I wound up not being able to finish this trail just because I ran out of time, but my big takeaway from it was that you don't always need to travel super far to go across the world to find something exciting and to have a great adventure. As you can tell, the weather has changed. So this is the desert in the winter. And apparently, I think I'm gonna be getting rained on for a couple of days here. A lot of times, and in this case, for residents of San Diego, it's right in your backyard. That all these places are there for you. And just like me, you can get out, try new gear, test ourselves, have some fun, and explore some new areas. And best of all, we can use these places to prepare for even larger trips if we wish. So although I'm not sure I'd recommend this trail specifically, I had tons and tons and tons of fun all throughout this area. Around Mount Laguna, Julian, Shelter Cove, Borrego Springs. I spent months this winter running around these canyons and these mountains. And it was really an incredible time.